You've eaten croissants your whole life without knowing they contain exactly 81 layers. Not 80, not 82, 81. One wrong fold and you get bread. One extra fold and butter tears through the dough. Pastry chefs train for years just to master this single number. So how does a simple mixture of flour and butter become the most precisely engineered breakfast food on Earth? The croissant wasn't always French. Its ancestor was the kipferl, a dense crescent-shaped roll from Vienna that dates back centuries. Legend claims Viennese bakers created it to mock the Ottoman crescent flag after a failed siege in 1683. Whether that story is true or not, the distinctive shape stuck. The pastry reached Paris around 1838 when an Austrian entrepreneur named August Zang opened a Viennese bakery near the Louvre. Parisians loved the exotic crescent rolls immediately. But French bakers weren't satisfied with the dense Austrian original. They wanted something lighter, more delicate, more distinctly French. So they did what French bakers always do best. They added more butter, a lot more butter. And they invented a technique that would transform a simple roll into an engineering marvel. The technique is called lamination, and it separates croissants from every other bread on Earth. Start with basic dough, flour, water, yeast, a little sugar, and salt. Roll it flat into a rectangle. Now place a cold slab of butter in the center. Fold the dough over it like an envelope, and roll the whole thing flat again. This creates layers. Dough, butter, dough. But one fold isn't enough. You fold again and again. Each fold multiplies the layers exponentially. The butter must stay cold enough to remain solid, but warm enough to bend without cracking. The dough must stay elastic but not sticky. The room temperature matters. The marble countertop matters. Even the humidity in the air matters. Get any single variable wrong, and the layers merge into a greasy, unusable mess. Temperature controls everything. Butter melts at 32 degrees Celsius, but it becomes too hard to roll below 15 degrees, cracking through the dough. That leaves a working window of roughly 15 to 18 degrees, 3 degrees between success and failure. Professional bakeries keep lamination rooms at exactly 16 degrees year-round. Some pastry chefs refrigerate their rolling pins. Others chill the marble between every fold. The dough returns to the refrigerator between each session, minimum 30 minutes. Rush this step and warm butter melts into the dough. The layers vanish completely. You get brioche instead of croissant. The whole process takes 24 to 36 hours from start to finish. Most of that time is just waiting for things to get cold again. But here's the kicker. The 81 layers aren't arbitrary. They come from pure mathematics. Start with 3 layers after the first fold. Fold again and you get 9. Third fold gives 27. Fourth fold reaches 81. 3 to the 4th power. Bakers tested other numbers for centuries. Fewer layers, and the croissant tastes too bready, too dense. More layers, and they become so thin the butter breaks through, creating holes and uneven texture. 81 hits the exact sweet spot where each layer stays distinct during baking. Steam from vaporizing butter pushes layers apart. The dough proteins set before they can collapse. This isn't tradition. It's physics optimized through generations of trial and error. Industrial production faces different challenges entirely. Factory croissants must survive freezing, shipping, and months of storage before reaching grocery store shelves. The formula changes. More fat stabilizers, different flour protein content, modified yeast strains. Lamination happens by machine, precise but less delicate. Factories freeze shaped croissants before baking, which changes how butter crystallizes inside layers. When finally baked months later, these croissants puff up and turn golden, but texture differs noticeably. Layers separate less cleanly. The interior feels more uniform, less dramatically honeycomb. That's why fresh bakery croissants shatter differently than supermarket ones. Same ingredient list, completely different process. What nobody tells you is that shape reveals recipe. In France, a curved croissant means 100% butter. Straight means margarine or mixed fats were used instead. This isn't just bakery tradition passed down through generations, it's actually regulated by French law. Bakeries must signal their fat content through shape alone. The crescent curve that gave croissants their name now serves as built-in consumer protection. Most tourists visiting Paris never notice this distinction at all. They see curved shapes in the display case, assume it's purely decorative, grab whichever looks freshest. But Parisians know exactly what to look for. They scan for curves because curves mean butter, and butter means the real thing. 300 years ago, Viennese bakers made dense crescent rolls. French bakers took that shape and reinvented everything inside it. They discovered butter folded into dough creates distinct layers. They learned temperature determines whether those layers survive or merge. They calculated 81 layers perfectly balances flavor and structure. They turned a breakfast roll into edible architecture. Today, factories produce millions of croissants using machines and frozen dough, but the mathematics stay identical. 3 folds 4 times, 81 layers every single time. The process bakers spent generations perfecting now runs through algorithms and conveyor belts worldwide. So next time you pick up a croissant, look at the shape first. Curved means butter. Straight means compromise. Then break it open and count the layers if you can. 81 sheets of dough separated by 80 layers of butter, built through a 36-hour process of folding, chilling, waiting, folding again. A technique invented to transform dense Austrian rolls into something that shatters at first bite. 300 years of refinement sitting right there on your breakfast plate. Which shape is in your bakery's display case?